Oh my god. Like, it was only a couple of weeks ago that I was talking with some friends about this. And Nintendo, they've done it. So, just to recap, E3's not long happened. It was a bit shit this year. Kind of expected it because of COVID. You know, one thing that everyone was sort of at the edge of their tongues where the Nintendo E3 video, whatever it is called. Everyone expected some form of Nintendo Switch successor or just upgrade because it's been wildly known for like the last 12 months that there's been technical documents and all that other bullshit knocking about. But we never got nothing. Don't get me wrong, I thought Nintendo's presentation was really good. It's just that that was the one thing we sort of kind of went in expecting to happen, but it didn't. So I'm just in the middle of editing videos, getting stuff up, ready for the YouTube channel. I get a message from a friend of mine saying, have you seen that Nintendo's just announced a new Switch? Why now? Why didn't you do this weeks ago? Like, when we had the E3 conference, you know, when everyone was expecting it. I mean, I don't get them sometimes. They just don't make sense. Anyway, I thought it would be an interesting video for us to just see what it's all about. So, let's have a look. Okay. So it's an OLED model, right? Okay. Kind of looks the same. Oh, Metroid! Metroid Dread! It doesn't... Right. It doesn't really look any different, though. I mean, he's played Metroid Dread. Well, that's obviously not him playing it. It's probably footage overlay, but what, the back looked a bit different. So it's like an inch bigger screen, okay. So it's OLED, it's an inch bigger. Right. Right, so this is just such a typical Nintendo advertisement. The thing that was always the biggest problem is like when you like had it in handheld mode, if you like put it on the table, oh yeah, see, so they've got a proper stand now, which is better. But the problem was the power cable was always at the bottom. So you couldn't stand it and charge it. See, this is a perfect example. This is when you charge it. See, it's still at the bottom! Why have they not moved that? Right. So it's still dark. Oh, the dot looks different. Okay, so it's got wireless LAN. That's a nice feature. It's a nice to have. So we've got better sound, an inch bigger screen, wireless LAN, bigger kickstand. I'm not. I mean, unless you're seeing something I'm not, guys. It's just advertising the same stuff we can already do at this point, really. Right. So it can still play all the old stuff, which you'd expect anyway, I guess. Yeah, it's not saying anything about frames, resolution. I'm going to assume it's all the same based on this. Oh, it comes out the same day as Metroid! Why have they not done a limited edition Metroid edition? Right. Right. So there we go, I guess. So that's the new Nintendo OLED model. I mean, I guess it's called the OLED model because it's OLED. So let's talk. So we've got, it's an inch bigger. It's now an OLED screen. It's got LAN. The kickstand is bigger. And you can adjust it. But it's still shit because you can't fucking charge it. From at least, unless I'm seeing something wrong, but it looks like the charge port is still at the bottom. So you can't really, unless they give you a cable with like a flat, like an absolutely flat cable that you could click it in and. But I don't see that. I mean, is there anything online that talks about what the features are? Let's see. Oh, okay, so there's something on Eurogamer. Alright, let's have a quick look at this. So, Eurogamer. So what are Eurogamer saying? So we've got, surprise or not, Nintendo has unveiled its upgraded Switch model, which is due October 8th alongside Metroid Dread. Perfect opportunity for them to do, like, a custom designed Metroid. I mean, that would be amazing. Think about it. New Metroid game in 19 years. The problem they always have with Metroid is they never fucking advertise it properly. That's why it never makes sales. This is your opportunity, Nintendo. Make an OLED Switch, which is also like a custom collector's edition of Metroid. That will get you more sales. You fucking idiots. Anyway. That's another whinge for another day. So it's got a 7-inch screen, which we know. It's got 64 gig internal storage, which is the original like 32. Even still, it's really, you're still going to need a memory card. Wired adjustable stand plus improved speakers. There's a new dock 2, which has got a LAN port. White and red. Yeah. So it's still the same resolution. Still the same battery life as the newer Switches, not the release ones. It's a bit more of it's a tiny bit more of a chunky monkey. It's so little, in fact, you wouldn't even notice. It's a little bit heavier. Yeah. See, it even says here, in March, the newer model was reportedly going to be a 7-inch 720 OLED screen, which is what we've just been told. That's what happens. But it was also an, there was also background noise that it was going to be a 4K output when connected to TV. Clearly, that 4K bump has not materialized, unless Nintendo are just being shit at advertising as usual, and like in a week's time they'll go, oh, it's also 4K. I mean, it's not going to happen. And so it doesn't have a new CPU, it doesn't have more RAM, it doesn't play any higher in resolution. I'm beginning to wonder, who is this for? Like, who is this for? You know, I mean, think about it. Like, who is this really for? So let's just say I have a normal Switch, or I have a Switch Lite. So if I've got a Switch Lite and I think, well, I want to play stuff on the TV, and I had the choice of the two models, then I guess, yeah, let's go for the OLED model. If I've already got a current, just a normal Switch, I can dock it as I do, what benefit do I get if I decide to A, trade in my current Switch for this new OLED model, or B, just outright buy another one? Apart from, yes, it will look a bit prettier on handheld, you've got an inch more to play with, it's OLED, but you know, we're talking fucking Mario here. You know, we're not talking, the most graphical games in the world. You know, being Mario fucking Tennis on OLED and an inch bigger, you know, isn't going to make my eyes bleed with happiness. I mean, yes, granted, maybe Breath of the Wild in 4K would be nice, but all I'm saying is, who is this for? I personally don't see enough changes in this model to warrant an instant buy if you've already got a Switch. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I mean, I'm going to be completely bullshitty biased. If they do announce a Metroid 1, because I'm a bit of a mega fan, I probably would buy it anyway. But it would be stupid of me to do that, I suppose. Because there is no benefit, really, to go from A to B. But anyway, let's see. It might announce something different, but what do you think? Let me know what you think. Throw something in the comments. Let's talk. Let me know what you think. Give us a like on the video if you like the video. Give us a dislike if you dislike the video.